What if the Buffalo Sabres traded Jack Eichel? The Buffalo Sabres are a miserable organization that continues to be a bottom feeder year after year. If this trend continues, Jack Eichel might want to be traded because he doesn't want to waste his prime on a bad team. What if the Buffalo Sabres traded Jack Eichel? How would this impact the NHL? The best time to trade Jack Eichel is at the 2020 draft. A 3-team trade is made between the Buffalo Sabres, New York Rangers, and Nashville Predators. Buffalo Sabres get the rights to Mikael Granlund, Ilya Tolvanen, Alexander Georgiev, Philip Hedl, and a first-round pick in 2021. New York Rangers get Jack Eichel. Nashville Predators get Brandon Montour, Julien Gauthier, and Ryan Strome. Buffalo Sabres re-signed Mikael Granlund to a 5-year deal worth $5.75 million per season, and Alexander Georgiev to a 1-year deal worth $1.75 million per season. Nashville Predators re-signed Braden Montour to a 3-year deal worth $4.25 million per season, and Ryan Strome to a 3-year deal worth $4.25 million per season. 2020 draft results: Ottawa Senators draft Alexis Lafreniere, Minnesota Wild draft Quinton Byfield, LA Kings draft Tim Stützle, Detroit Red Wings draft Lucas Raymond, Ottawa Senators draft Jamie Drysdale, Anaheim Ducks draft Alexander Holtz, New Jersey Devils draft Cole Perfetti, Buffalo Sabres draft Anton Lundell, Montreal Canadiens draft Marco Rossi, Chicago Blackhawks draft Yaroslav Askarov, Arizona Coyotes draft Connor Zary, Vancouver Canucks draft Noel Gunler, Nashville Predators draft Dylan Holloway, Florida Panthers draft Jake Sanderson, and the Calgary Flames draft Jan Mysak. In the 2020 offseason, a few trades are made. A 3-team trade is made between the Buffalo Sabres, Dallas Stars, and LA Kings. Buffalo Sabres get Blake Lizotte, Jared Anderson-Dolan, Dylan Hetherington, Jason Robertson, and a first-round pick in 2022. Dallas Stars get Rasmus Ristolainen and Alex Iafallo. LA Kings get Dennis Dorianov, Jake McCabe, Rasmus Asplund, Matthias Janmark, and a second-round pick in 2022. Another 3-team trade is made between the New Jersey Devils, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Arizona Coyotes. New Jersey Devils get Anthony Cirelli, Yanni Gourde, Connor Garland, and a second-round pick in 2021. Tampa Bay Lightning get Travis Zajac, Benny Hinnosraza, and a second-round pick in 2021. Arizona Coyotes get Kyle Palmieri and Eric Cernak. Tampa Bay Lightning trade Mikhail Sergachev to the St. Louis Blues for Vince Dunn and a first-round pick in 2022. St. Louis Blues re-signed Mikhail Sergachev to an 8-year deal worth $6.5 million per season. Tampa Bay Lightning re-signed Vince Dunn to a 3-year deal worth $4.5 million per season. Calgary Flames trade Johnny Gaudreau to the New Jersey Devils for Jesper Boquist, Michael McLeod, Nathan Bastian, and a first-round pick in 2022. Washington Capitals trade Braden Holtby and Nick Jensen to the Ottawa Senators for Logan Brown, Philip Chalopik, Lassie Thompson, and a first-round pick in 2022. Ottawa Senators re-signed Braden Holtby to a 1-year deal worth $8 million per season. Boston Bruins re-signed Torrey Krug and Yaroslav Halak. Buffalo Sabres re-signed Jacob Larson and Zemgus Girgensons. Calgary Flames re-signed Travis Hamonic and Cam Talbot. Vancouver Canucks re-signed Chris Tanev and Jacob Markstrom. Dallas Stars re-signed Anton Khudobin. Detroit Red Wings re-signed Jimmy Howard. Florida Panthers re-signed Evgeny Dadonov. Minnesota Wild re-signed Mikko Koivu. New York Islanders re-signed Andy Green. And the Pittsburgh Penguins re-signed Justin Schultz. 2020 free agent signings: Chicago Blackhawks signed Thomas Greiss and Jimmy Vesey. Detroit Red Wings signed Alex Pietrangelo and Eric Haula. San Jose Sharks signed Craig Smith and Derek Brassard. Boston Bruins signed Carl Soderberg. Buffalo Sabres signed Tyson Barrie. Carolina Hurricanes signed TJ Brody. Calgary Flames signed Taylor Hall. Colorado Avalanche signed Cody Eakin. Edmonton Oilers signed Robin Lehner. Minnesota Wild signed Eric Gustafson. New York Islanders signed Corey Crawford. New York Rangers signed Brendan Dillon. Toronto Maple Leafs signed Sammy Vatanen. Vancouver Canucks signed Mike Hoffman. Vegas Golden Knights signed Aaron Dell. And the Winnipeg Jets signed Justin Braun. All RFAs are re-signed by their current teams. The changes made in the offseason will have a major effect on the 2020-2021 season. In first place in the Atlantic Division are the Tampa Bay Lightning, followed by the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs. In first place in the Metropolitan Division are the Washington Capitals, followed by the Philadelphia Flyers and Pittsburgh Penguins. The New York Rangers hold the first wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference, and the Carolina Hurricanes hold the second wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference. Missing out on the playoffs in the Eastern Conference are the Columbus Blue Jackets, New York Islanders, Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens, New Jersey Devils, Ottawa Senators, Buffalo Sabres, and Detroit Red Wings. In first place in the Central Division are the St. Louis Blues, followed by the Colorado Avalanche and Dallas Stars. In first place in the Pacific Division are the Edmonton Oilers, followed by the Calgary Flames and Vancouver Canucks. The Vegas Golden Knights hold the first wildcard spot in the Western Conference, and the Winnipeg Jets hold the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Missing the playoffs in the Western Conference are the Nashville Predators, Minnesota Wild, Arizona Coyotes, Anaheim Ducks, LA Kings, Chicago Blackhawks, and San Jose Sharks. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the St. Louis Blues in 6 games to win the Stanley Cup. In 2021, Seattle enters the NHL, which causes major changes around the NHL. Seattle trades Ben Sherratt to the San Jose Sharks for a second-round pick in 2022 and a third-round pick in 2021. Seattle also trades Robert Hagg to the Arizona Coyotes for a third-round pick in 2022 and a fourth-round pick in 2023. This is how Seattle's final roster looks like. The first line is Alex Galchenyuk, Alexander Wenberg, and Zach Kassian. The second line is Sven Baertschi, Matthew Perreault, and Troy Terry. The third line is Nick Ritchie, Franz Nielsen, and Dennis Malgin. The fourth line is Matthias Janmark, Ivan Barbashev, and Drake Caggiula. First D pair is Jake Gardner and Travis Hamonic. Second D pair is Adam Pelech and Kevin Shattenkirk. Third D pair is Henry Jokiharju and Nikita Zadorov. Goalies are Matt Murray and Samuel Montembeault. Spares are Logan Brown, Brandon Lemieux, Dylan Gambrell, Mirko Mueller, and Cal Peterson. At the 2021 draft, Seattle trades pick 3 to the New Jersey Devils for pick 9, 11, 73, and a second-round pick in 2023. 2021 draft results. San Jose Sharks draft Aatu Ratti. Detroit Red Wings draft Brant Clark. New Jersey Devils draft Luke Hughes. Chicago Blackhawks draft Chaz Luzius. Buffalo Sabres draft Fabian Lysell. LA Kings draft Carson Lambos. Anaheim Ducks draft Owen Power. Ottawa Senators draft Kent Johnson. Seattle drafts Zachary Bolduc. Montreal Canadiens draft Dylan Guenther. Seattle drafts Joshua Waugh. Florida Panthers draft Zachary Laharoux. And the Minnesota Wild draft Jesper Wallstedt. A few trades are made in the 2021 offseason. A 3-team trade is made between the Toronto Maple Leafs, Columbus Blue Jackets, and Minnesota Wild. Toronto Maple Leafs get Matt Dumba and Josh Anderson. Columbus Blue Jackets get Kasperi Kapanen, Ilya Mikheyev, Marcus Foligno, and Jonas Brodin. Minnesota Wild get Marcus Nudavara, Alex Kerfoot, Timothy Liljegren, and a first-round pick in 2023. Columbus Blue Jackets re-signed Marcus Nudavara to a 3-year deal worth $3 million per season. Nashville Predators trade Kyle Turris to the Columbus Blue Jackets for Nick Foligno. Nick Foligno is re-signed by the Predators to a 4-year deal worth $4.5 million per season. Edmonton Oilers trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Chris Russell to the Ottawa Senators for Chris Tierney, Anthony Duclair, and a conditional first-round pick in 2022. The Edmonton Oilers only get the first-round pick if Ryan Nugent-Hopkins re-signs with the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa Senators re-signed Braden Holtby to a 4-year deal worth $7 million per season, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to a 6-year deal worth $6 million per season. Montreal Canadiens trade Jeff Petrie to the Florida Panthers for Michael Matheson and a conditional first-round pick in 2022. The Canadiens receive a first-round pick if Jeff Petrie re-signs with the Panthers. Florida Panthers re-signed Jeff Petrie to a 5-year deal worth $6 million per season. Philadelphia Flyers trade Jacob Voracek to the Chicago Blackhawks for Alex Nylander, Dominic Kulibuk, Calvin DeHaan, and a second-round pick in 2023. Vegas Golden Knights trade Alex Tuch to the Boston Bruins for Nick Ritchie, Zach Zinchen, and a second-round pick in 2023. Boston Bruins re-signed Tuukka Rask and David Krejci. Carolina Hurricanes re-signed Dougie Hamilton and Peter Mrazek. Colorado Avalanche re-signed Gabriel Landeskog and Philip Grubauer. Columbus Blue Jackets re-signed David Savard and Jonas Brodin. Montreal Canadiens re-signed Brendan Gallagher and Philip Deneau. Seattle re-signs Matthew Perreault and Sven Baertschi. St. Louis Blues re-signed Jordan Binnington, Jaden Schwartz, and Alex Steen. Vegas Golden Knights re-signed Paul Stastny and Alec Martinez. Anaheim Ducks re-signed Ryan Getzlaf. Arizona Coyotes re-signed Kyle Palmieri. Calgary Flames re-signed David Rittich. Dallas Stars re-signed Alex Iafallo. Edmonton Oilers re-signed Adam Larson. New York Islanders re-signed Casey Cizikas. New York Rangers re-signed Mark Stahl. Ottawa Senators re-signed Artem Anisimov. Toronto Maple Leafs re-signed Frederik Andersen. Vancouver Canucks re-signed Alex Edler. And the Washington Capitals re-signed Alex Ovechkin. 2021 free agent signings. Buffalo Sabres signed Pekka Rinne, Tyler Bozak, and Tanner Pearson. Detroit Red Wings signed Travis Zajac, Blake Coleman, and Jake Allen. Edmonton Oilers signed Thomas Tatar, Matt Niskanen, and Eric Stahl. San Jose Sharks signed Derek Stepan and Ryan Dzingel. Anaheim Ducks signed Nick Bukestad. Arizona Coyotes signed Nikita Gusev. Carolina Hurricanes signed Carter Hutton. Chicago Blackhawks signed Devin Dubnyk. Dallas Stars signed Joel Armia. LA Kings signed Radko Gudas. Minnesota Wild signed Brandon Saad. Nashville Predators signed Nicholas Jarmelson. New York Rangers signed James Reimer. Ottawa Senators signed Nick Bonino. Pittsburgh Penguins signed Ian Cole. Tampa Bay Lightning signed Jason Demers. Washington Capitals signed Chris Russell. And the Winnipeg Jets signed Michael Grabner. All RFAs are re-signed by their current teams. There are some major changes in the 2021-2022 season. In first place in the Atlantic Division are the Boston Bruins, followed by the Toronto Maple Leafs and Tampa Bay Lightning. In first place in the Metropolitan Division are the Washington Capitals, followed by the Philadelphia Flyers and Pittsburgh Penguins. The Ottawa Senators hold the first wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference, and the New York Rangers hold the second wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference. Missing the playoffs in the Eastern Conference are the Columbus Blue Jackets, New Jersey Devils, Buffalo Sabres, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Islanders, Florida Panthers, Montreal Canadiens, and Detroit Red Wings. In first place in the Central Division are the St. Louis Blues, followed by the Colorado Avalanche and Dallas Stars. In first place in the Pacific Division are the Edmonton Oilers, followed by the Calgary Flames and Vegas Golden Knights. The Winnipeg Jets hold the first wildcard spot in the Western Conference, and the Nashville Predators hold the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Missing the playoffs in the Western Conference are the Vancouver Canucks, Arizona Coyotes, Chicago Blackhawks, Anaheim Ducks, Minnesota Wild, LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, and Seattle. The Ottawa Senators beat the Colorado Avalanche in 6 games to win the Stanley Cup. The winners in this scenario are the New York Rangers, Ottawa Senators, New Jersey Devils, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Buffalo Sabres. The losers in this scenario are the Montreal Canadiens, Seattle, Chicago Blackhawks, LA Kings, and Florida Panthers. The New York Rangers now have a dangerous core of Jack Eichel, Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, Chris Kreider, Jacob Trouba, Adam Fox, Tony DeAngelo, and Igor Shesterkin. Ottawa Senators have a fantastic core that includes Alexis Lafreniere, Braden Holtby, Thomas Chabot, Brady Tkachuk, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Jamie Drysdale. New Jersey Devils now have a tremendous core of Johnny Gaudreau, Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, Anthony Cirelli, PK Subban, Damian Severson, and Mackenzie Blackwood. Toronto Maple Leafs now have a deadly core of Austin Matthews, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, Morgan Riley, Matt Dumba, Sami Vatanen, and Frederik Andersen. Buffalo Sabres have a great young core of Rasmus Dahlin, Casey Mittelstadt, Eli Tolvanen, Anton Lundell, Philip Hedl, Carson Lambos, and Alexander Georgiev. The LA Kings and Chicago Blackhawks both have an aging core and are stuck with many bad contracts. Montreal Canadiens are stuck in rebuild mode and will suck for another 2 years. Florida Panthers lost Mike Hoffman and failed to replace his production in the lineup. Seattle does not have the luck that Vegas did when they entered the league, and they end up as the worst team in the NHL. If the Buffalo Sabres trade Jack Eichel, it would cause a domino effect of changes around the NHL. Next, what if the 2020 NHL draft was perfect?